Hey friends, this is Doc Smith, certified holistic health and medical qigong practitioner, creator of Jing Palace method. And here I'm going to show you the Jing Palace upper cervical spine joint opening routine. And really it's for the whole cervical spine and the whole spine, because as above, so below. We're going to begin with what's called prone turtle. It's going to begin as an isometric contraction. You might only hold it for about 3 or 5 breaths. I try to hold it for about 12 breaths. You see here I have a ball placed on the back of my head as I'm lying face down prone. You do not need this second ball that you see me lying on. You can be lying flat on the ground and it's perfectly fine. However, if you do have several balls, it's great to place one on your sternum like you see me doing here. After the isometric contractions, rest for a bit. And remember, you're using purging exhales this whole time, the entire routine. After a bit of rest, neck extensions, pushing the ball up to the sky, just like you saw me do right there, going all the way up. And this video is now sped up 2 times. So on your end, if you're just starting out, I recommend doing maybe 3 or 5 of these, however many you feel like. I generally do about 12 of them. And then when you're finished, relax your neck and move to the side. We're going to go to now side body. Again, you can lie flat on the ground if you don't have a large medicine ball like you see me lying on here. But it is nice to lie on a large medicine ball. This is sped up 2 times still, FYI. So you're going to take your time as you do this isometric contraction, letting the ball roll all over the left side of your face and your left ear as your lateral flexion muscles are being worked and now stretched. So we begin by doing the isometric contraction, which really recruits and wakes up all the muscles and soft tissues involved. And then I want you to really go into a super deep stretch and let that weight assist you as it pushes your head all the way down, collapsing your shoulder down to the ground, and feel that deep stretch of those muscles. When I'm ready, I begin, again, this is sped up 2 times, doing lateral flexions with my neck, pushing this ball up to the sky. And you see how I actually roll the ball up to the top of my head. That's what we want to do. The guy behind me is not quite there yet, but when we're done with that, maybe we do 5, maybe we do 8. We move to the other side, do the same thing on the other side, lateral flexion, where we start out with an isometric contraction. Same idea as the other side. We start out with the isometric contraction, then a deep stretch, then do about 5 or maybe 8 or 10 or 12 of the lateral flexions, pushing the ball up to the sky. This is sped up 2 times and don't need to show you the whole thing here. We're going to move on. And here we are supine, face up. This is the longevity sit-up. We're focusing on the front of the neck, the anterior neck. We begin with a deep stretch, placing the ball on the bottom of the chin, as you saw. And then after a minute or so, I usually do about 12 breaths in that deep stretch, which I didn't really show you here, but going into the full extension with the ball on my chin, just like it is right there, and holding a deep stretch. And then when I'm ready, I do about 12 of this 2-part exercise that you see here. It starts out on the bottom of my chin, and then I go up halfway, roll the ball to my forehead, and then I go down again, and then with the ball on my forehead, I go all the way up and roll the ball from my forehead to the crown of my head. So once again, it's a 2-part repetition. It starts on the bottom of the chin, go up halfway, roll it to the forehead, then all the way down, then all the way up with the ball on the forehead, then roll it to the top of the head. This is all about working the cervical spine, getting the cervical spine as open as we possibly can. By open, I mean going through the full range of motion and actually challenging it. So after I'm done with the supine longevity sit-ups, I then sit up and do lateral flexion to each side. And then I do a chin to chest and a third eye to the sky is what you see right here. And then end with the ball right on the crown of my head. That's it. That's the Jing Palace cervical spine joint opening routine. You can do that in about 10 minutes. If you need help, go to jingpalace.com, where it is free to subscribe for content, or if you're a paid subscriber, you can work with me one-on-one.